Hello and welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Television with the most important events of the day. I'm your host, bədii-sənədli. Organized by the Nizami Gəncəvi International Center under the patronage of President İlham, the 9th Global Baku Forum under the motto Challenges to the Global World Order kicked off. President of the Republic of Azərbaycan İlham attended the opening ceremony of the forum.
Declaring the 9th Global Baku Forum open, co-chair of the Nizami Gəncəvi International Center, İsmail Saragildin, gave the floor to President İlham Əliyev. Greeting the participants of the forum, President İlham Əliyev thanked everybody for taking part in the forum, expressing his confidence that the discussions here will be as productive as ever because of the great audience. The head of state expressed his assurance that the members of the Nizami Gəncəvi International Center and the guests attending the forum will contribute to a very open and frank discussion on the most important issues in the global arena, noting that during its existence, the Nizami Gəncəvi International Center had become one of the leading international institutions discussing global issues and embracing wider international community. The president recalled the meeting with board members the day before, where he was informed that the 9th forum was attended by representatives from almost 50 countries, high-level representatives, and this figure was much higher than a year ago, saying that this demonstrated the attractiveness of the discussions, the need for this platform, and it was very useful because it had very important practical impact. The president expressed his confidence that the issues discussed in the forum will be important for decision makers because of the need to develop new approaches more than ever before. Therefore, discussions, exchange of views, and sometimes contradictions of different views are also necessary for the development of new approaches. Of course, each country must contribute to this process, primarily through security measures, because security issues have become one of the main issues on the international agenda. At the same time, I am convinced that the current situation in Europe needs to be openly discussed, said the head of state, and added that the Global Baku Forum was the perfect platform for this. Underlining that this forum is an exclusive forum that brings together the views of different parties, the head of state accentuated that we all need to work more closely with each other to make the world safer. I am convinced that one of the issues on the agenda will be the role of international institutions, leading financial institutions in combating the food crisis, because this issue is inevitable. It's already next door. International organizations and leading countries must also cope with the potential growth of migrants. This will happen as a result of the food crisis. The situation in the energy markets is unpredictable, leads to disparity between producers and consumers, and there is also risk for producers, saying that the perception that the oil and gas producing countries are very happy with these high prices was a wrong assessment, and balance of interest between producers and consumers. A stable market must be maintained because this is what the producers really needed. The head of state said that the efforts in the OPEC Plus format, in which Azerbaijan is actively involved, are aimed at this. All these are new challenges. What I am saying now is completely different from what I said 6 months ago. It shows that everything can change, everything changes, and nothing is stable. Of course, as the president of Azerbaijan, I work on issues related to the security of our country, and I think that the settlement of the Karabakh conflict is an opportunity for security in the region and for peace in the region, said President İlham Əliyev. Former President of Latvia, co-chair of the Nizami Gəncəvi International Center, Vaira Viki Freiburga, co-chair of the Nizami Gəncəvi International Center, İsmail Saragildin, President of Albania, İlham, Chairman of the Presidency of Bosnia and Herzegovina, Sefik Çafarović, President of Georgia, Salome Zurabichvili, Director General of the World Health Organization, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, former Prime Minister of Turkey, Binali Yildirim, Director General of the United Nations Office at Geneva, Tatiana Valavaya, 8th Secretary General of the Arab League, former Minister of Foreign Affairs of Egypt, Ahmed Abul Gheit, delivered speeches.
President of the Republic of Azerbaijan İlham Əliyev has met with President of Georgia, Madam Salome Zurabichvili.
President of Georgia, Salome Zurabichvili, congratulated President İlham Əliyev on the successful holding of the 9th Global Baku Forum. During the conversation, the sides exchanged views on regional cooperation and issues on bilateral agenda. They also touched upon transport and energy issues, noting that new opportunities were created in the field of transit.
President of the Republic of Azerbaijan İlham Əliyev has met with the President of the Republic of Albania, İlham.
President of Albania, İlham, said he was deeply impressed by the development processes in the city of Baku, adding that the Azerbaijani capital had become more beautiful since his last visit. Wishing President İlham Əliyev and the people of Azerbaijan new success, the Albanian president thanked the President of Azerbaijan for the successful completion of the TAP project. President İlham wished Azerbaijan success in large-scale construction work carried out in the liberated territories. Noting that the peoples of Albania and Azerbaijan are brotherly peoples, İlham hailed the fact that the next year will mark the 30th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries. President of Azerbaijan İlham Aliyev thanked President of Albania İlham for his participation at the 9th Global Baku Forum. The head of state praised Albania's support for Azerbaijan's territorial integrity in the Second Karabakh War, as always, and stressed that this shows once again that Albania was a friendly and brotherly country for Azerbaijan. Noting the scale of the destruction in the liberated territories is very large, President İlham Aliyev said that foreign journalists, politicians and other officials witness it by visiting those territories. Underlining that Azerbaijan is facing the problem of landmines, the head of state stressed that more than 220 people have been killed or injured as a result of landmines so far. During the conversation, the sides discussed cooperation in economic, trade, energy and other areas.
President of the Republic of Azerbaijan İlham Aliyev met with Chairman of the Presidency of Bosnia and Herzegovina, Şefik Caferović. President İlham Aliyev thanked the chairman of the Presidency of Bosnia and Herzegovina for his visit to Azerbaijan and participation in the 9th Global Baku Forum, recalling his previous meetings with him. The head of state noted that they had a broad exchange of views on bilateral and regional issues at those meetings. President İlham Aliyev thanked Bosnia and Herzegovina for supporting the restoration of Azerbaijan's territorial integrity during the occupation of Azerbaijani lands and the Second Karabakh War. The President of Azerbaijan underlined that the situation formed after the COVID-19 pandemic created better opportunities for the development of relations. The head of state recalled the participation of delegates of Bosnia and Herzegovina in the meetings of the Southern Gas Corridor Advisory Council and expressed hopes that energy cooperation between the two countries will continue to expand. Chairman of the Presidency of Bosnia and Herzegovina, Şefik Caferović, thanked for the invitation to the Baku Global Forum, noting that the forum has already become one of the most prestigious events in the world. Saying that he listened attentively to the speech of the head of state, the chairman of the Presidency of Bosnia and Herzegovina stressed that President İlham Aliyev touched upon important issues. He pointed out that justice and international law have always been on the side of Azerbaijan, emphasizing that Azerbaijan and Bosnia and Herzegovina are bound together by brotherly relations. Şefik Caferović said that the bilateral ties are developing based on the will of the two countries' peoples. He thanked Azerbaijan for its assistance to Bosnia and Herzegovina during the pandemic. The chairman of the Presidency of Bosnia and Herzegovina noted that Azerbaijan and his country face the threat of landmines and stressed the significance of cooperation in this area. President İlham Aliyev said that Azerbaijan is carrying out extensive reconstruction and construction works in the liberated territories. Emphasizing that Azerbaijan is facing the problem of landmines, the head of state pointed out that more than 220 Azerbaijani citizens had been killed or injured as a result of landmines since November 10, 2020. During the conversations, the sides exchanged views on issues of mutual interest, including economic and trade relations. They also hailed the opening of the embassy of Azerbaijan in Bosnia and Herzegovina and the fact that Bosnia and Herzegovina will open its embassy in Baku, adding that this will give additional impetus to the development of the bilateral relations. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan İlham Aliyev received former Prime Minister of the Republic of Turkey, Binali Yıldırım. They noted that friendly and brotherly relations between Azerbaijan and Turkey are successfully developing in all areas. Binali Yıldırım thanked for the invitation to the Global Baku Forum and congratulated President İlham Aliyev on the excellent organization of the event. He underlined that the forum is one of the most important global events, noting that he read out Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan's address to the event participants. Stressing the importance of holding an international conference in Shusha yesterday on the occasion of the first anniversary of the Shusha Declaration, Binali Yıldırım said that important discussions were also held at the event. During the conversation, the sides exchanged views on issues of mutual interest. Presenting a keepsake to the head of state, Binali Yıldırım said, "It is the same as the sword of Fatih Sultan Mehmet, who conquered Istanbul, and is presented to President İlham Aliyev, the conqueror of Karabakh." On June 16th, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan İlham Aliyev received Director General of the World Health Organization, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. The head of our state thanked Director General of the World Health Organization for his visit to Azerbaijan and his participation in the Global Baku Forum. President of Azerbaijan highly appreciated the recommendations provided by the World Health Organization in the fight against COVID-19 and the cooperation with our country. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus expressed his satisfaction with his visit to Azerbaijan and congratulated our country on the successful fight against COVID-19 and on its activities at the national, regional and international levels, and thanked Azerbaijan for its voluntary financing financial contributions and support to the World Health Organization during the pandemic. The guest stressed the close cooperation between the Nizami Ganjavi International Center and the World Health Organization and the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding. The head of state noted that the situation in regards to COVID-19 in Azerbaijan is really good. The number of infections is at the lowest level. The situation is fully under control. Most restrictions have been lifted and people returned to their normal lives. The president of Azerbaijan noted with satisfaction that the state policy on combating COVID-19 was met with great confidence by citizens and the population followed the rules on combating the pandemic. President Ilham Aliyev stressed the importance of cooperation between the World Health Organization and Azerbaijan in connection with projects to build health infrastructure in the liberated territories. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus once again congratulated Azerbaijan on its success in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Our state has taken necessary, consistent measures in the fight against COVID-19 to prevent infection spread from the first day in our country, and today the situation in Azerbaijan is very positive. This was discussed at a meeting between Prime Minister Ali Asadov and WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus at the Cabinet of Ministers. The Prime Minister thanked the World Health Organization for its consistent support to Azerbaijan in the fight against COVID-19. It was also noted that Azerbaijan has provided financial and humanitarian assistance directly or through the World Health Organization to about 80 countries in the fight against coronavirus. Highly appreciating Azerbaijan's cooperation with the World Health Organization in all areas, the Director General spoke about the future prospects of cooperation. The importance of the 9th Global Baku Forum was also stressed at the meeting, and it was noted that the forum had become one of the leading platforms for discussing global ongoing issues in the world. That was all for today. Thank you for being with us and see you next time.